Ashley told you about the night that I met her. I mean, we literally had just had a conversation because we knew each other through Twitter, but we had never met. Us talking to me running down an alley with some Black Panthers like I'm in 1962 and the police shooting at me. There was another incident when the curfew hit. They had a 12 o'clock curfew. So without even communicating, everybody in the community decided that we was gonna resist that curfew no matter what. But the thing about the curfew was they said go home or you're gonna get shot with real bullets. It wasn't rubber bullets curfew night. It was real bullets, live ammunition. So we had to make a conscious decision to be out there. And it wasn't just men, it was a group of young women as well. And we all decided like, man, fuck it, we gonna go out here. So earlier that day, it was flooded with people. Then we went back out there and we had to have, I'm talking about like on some straight Vietnam type stuff. Like we had these laser pointers that you had to point at the helicopter to throw the police helicopter off if they put the helicopter on you because they can't see when you point the infrared at the helicopter. We would literally do stuff like that, run up under trees to keep the helicopter from seeing you and putting the spotlight on you. So we started off on a side street and had to run up this street as if we lived in Vietnam. And we made it back to the main street. And when we got to the main street, all you saw was like the cops just, it was like a scene from Full Metal Jacket. Like young cats with their shirts off, trying to resist, throwing bricks back at the police because they were shooting real bullets. It wasn't fake bullets that night. So I stood there and I tried to play good cop, bad cop. And I was like, yo, everybody just go home, man, because, like, they not playing tonight. Like, tonight ain't the day that you're going to come back to do this tomorrow if you get hit. But people wasn't feeling going home. So my whole position in this situation is, man, I'm not there to disperse people. I'm not there to turn people around. I'm really just there to support what the people want to do as a whole. So if cats want to go forward, I'm going to go forward with them. So the cops came down. And they shot this one guy in the stomach 4 times with real bullets. It wasn't rubber bullets, it wasn't tear gas. One of the guys that I came out with was right next to him. He had to run, he almost got hit. And the dude's family asked us to take the footage off of YouTube because they didn't want people to see it. But he got hit in the stomach 4 times. And you could hear him in the footage laying there saying, I got hit with real bullets. And he was bleeding, and he almost died. And they not sending ambulances down there. Like, the thing that people don't know, they not sending medical vehicles to help us. So if somebody get hit, we got to get that person to the hospital. We have to have basically train each other to be makeshift doctors. We have like street medics that literally know what to do if somebody gets hit with something. And people think like, oh yeah, it's just a rubber bullet, it's just tear gas. No, like when you get hit with a rubber bullet, it feel like you got hit with a real bullet. And they shoot you. They have M16s. This ain't handguns. We talking about M16s pointing at people, and they pulling the triggers on this stuff with no remorse. And and that's just one incident. You know what I'm saying? Another incident was I went down into Canfield Apartments because the police were down there setting trash cans on fire. And a lot of what people see on the news is not us. They actually have anarchist groups that come from other cities that purposely try to start riots. So in the midst of us being peaceful, you'll have these white anarchists that blend in and they don't get picked out the crowd. So they'll throw a brick through a McDonald's window to get everybody riled up. They'll set a car on fire, try to make a car bomb, make it blow up. But when it hits the fan, the police come after us. They don't go after them. So me and my homies have literally got into fights with these anarchist cats. But it's wild because in the midst of fighting them, we're trying to save their life because the crowd sees them and want to pull them up and murder them. And we try to get them out of there without getting them killed, you know what I'm saying? And it's wild because we fighting the police and regular citizens, and then we get the blame for whatever negative action come from that.